7 people have died after a terrorist attack at London Bridge and Borough Market. Here is what we know so far. 7 people have been killed and dozens injured during attacks in 2 closely connected areas of London on Saturday night. The police are treating the attacks as terrorist incidents. Police were called when a white rental van plowed into pedestrians on London Bridge at about 10:08 p.m. Saturday night. The van continued on to nearby Borough Market where 3 attackers emerged and carried out multiple stabbings in pubs and restaurants. Armed police arrived and shot the attackers dead within 8 minutes of being alerted. The attackers were armed with knives and wore what turned out to be fake suicide vests. One of the men was shot as he stabbed people in the Globe pub in the area. There were multiple casualties in addition to the deaths, with London Ambulance Service saying at least 48 people have been taken to 5 hospitals in the capital. Many have serious injuries. A British Transport Police officer was stabbed in the face as he tackled the assailants armed only with his baton. He suffered serious injuries, but is in a stable condition in hospital. An off-duty Metropolitan Police officer was among others injured in the attack. At least 1 Australian citizen has been injured, according to the Prime Minister, Malcolm Turnbull, and there are reports of a second. Candice Hedge from Brisbane was stabbed in the neck and is recovering after being treated in St Thomas's Hospital. A man from New Zealand also suffered serious wounds in the attack. At least 4 French citizens were harmed, 1 seriously, while Canadian authorities said one of its citizens was directly affected by the attack. Jeff Ho, a journalist with the Sunday Express, was left in intensive care after being stabbed in the throat when he tried to help a wounded bouncer. The Met have arrested 12 people in Barking in East London. On Sunday morning, police raided a block of flats in the area where at least one of the suspects is thought to have lived. Speaking outside 10 Downing Street, after she chaired a meeting of Cobra, the government's emergency committee, this MA condemned Islamist extremism and called the ideology a perversion of Islam. She said there was a new trend in the threat we face with terrorism breeding terrorism. It is time to say enough is enough, she added. The Prime Minister said there must be changes on 4 fronts. First, people who are drawn to Islamist extremism must be persuaded that Western values are superior. Second, there must be a clampdown on the safe spaces on the internet where terrorism breeds. Third, she called for action at home where extremism may be tolerated. There is, to be frank, far too much tolerance of extremism in our country, she said. Finally, she proposed a review of counter-terrorism strategy and laws, and suggested longer sentences for some offences. She confirmed that the general election will go ahead on Thursday as planned. Cressida Dick, the Met Police Commissioner, said police officers had conducted a thorough search of the area. She paid tribute to the police, emergency services and members of the public who came to the aid of the injured and confronted the attackers.